Good evening. I'm Chanel, Vehicle Title Expert. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I thank y'all in advance for subscribing. So many of you do not really give heed to the notarization of your title or title documents when you're trying to title your vehicle, unless the DMV rejects you. So in this segment, I will talk about getting your documents notarized and some things you will want to be on the lookout for when you're trying to complete the process. Okay, so when it comes to getting your title or supporting documents notarized, it is state specific. And what I mean by that is that all states do not require notarization. So that's going to be the starting point there. You need to know whether your state in question has notarization requirements for their title forms. Very important. You do not want to overlook this step, because if you do, it will cause rejection of your title transaction. Okay, so just a few things you want to be on the lookout for pertaining to documents as such. I will cover those very briefly. The list that I will be sharing is not a full detailed list, and again, is state specific. Some of the states in question will require all or a few of these items in question, and some will even require many more documents that I will be covering briefly. So again, when in doubt, please look at your state's title and registration form requirements. Or if you need further insight, you can check us out at wisdomandauthority.com, and we will provide you with the guidance that you need. But the documents in question you would want to be on the lookout for when it comes to notarization is going to be first the certificate of title or that MCO. Okay, and normally you'll be looking at the front or the back reassignment areas on the title or the MCO in question. Okay, another item or document would be the power of attorney form or forms. If you're submitting multiple POAs, the notarization, would be there as well. Next, we have odometer disclosure statements. Okay. Another item, and this one here is very critical, is going to be the title applications. All right. And lastly, affidavit of corrections. Okay, or statement of corrections. So one of the things I want to share, because I know you guys may be asking, well, how do I know if the title or the MCO or the documents as such require notarization, aside from my state requirements? And that's a good question. So one of the key giveaways that you will need to be on the lookout for when it comes to that document is to look at the bottom of that document. A lot of times it will have a notarization section there. Look at the bottom of the document. Sometimes the notarization section can be at the top or the middle of the document, but a lot of times it's going to be at that bottom. And if you see the word notarization or notary or stamp or seal, you really want to take heed to those clues and get that document notarized, okay? Because if not, and you go to the DMV, you will get rejected if you are in a state that requires notarization. Very important. One thing I want to point out, and this is what I see often, I'm a notary, so I see these mistakes. You want to make sure that the notary in question complete their portion. Some notaries do not complete the notary section fully, and if this does not happen, it can also impact your transaction. So make sure that notary completes their portion when it comes to the notarization for the form or forms in question. Also, you as the person who will be signing, the buyer or the owner, your section must also be completed. Very important. So same with you. If you do not complete your section on that form, the form, could also be rejected, because you are supposed to have signed in the presence of a notary. So if you get to the DMV and the notary has completed their portion, but you did not complete yours, the DMV could also reject you because, again, you did not sign in the presence of the notary. Okay, so keep these tidbits in mind when it comes to, getting your documents notarized. Do not assume. The starting point is going to be making sure your state, has standards pertaining to notarization. Okay, you want to see what they have for the title process anyway. Let me say that. Look at the notarization requirements for the title process in that state and go from there. If you have any questions pertaining to notarizing auto title documents, feel free to drop me a line below or visit me at wisdomandauthority.com. Check me out on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Please click share and subscribe. I hope to hear from you soon.